up, everybody? AP Trucker back. Talking about the relationship aspect of the industry. Trying to keep a private relationship. Or, I don't know, even friendships. It's a bit of a story time / my experience, or what I think will become of truckers when they get out here in their home life. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. Turn the subscribe button gray and then hit the bell to be notified when I make videos, when I upload videos. Give me thumbs up. Like I said, make some comments. Tell me what y'all think. So, if you're new coming out here, like I was, didn't know anything about this industry, didn't even know if I could persevere with the seclusion and separation anxiety and adjusting from being out here versus being home. I went from, like I said, being home every day, seeing my kids, with a relationship that I had at the time. And like I said, I was trying to get away from that relationship, so I used this job to escape that. It wasn't the best of relationships, so this actually got me out of a jam. When I came out here, it was an eye-opening experience. Like I said, it's a culture shock. The seclusion, solidarity, being by yourself it could be lonely for some people. And before I came out here, I was an extreme people person. I still am personable. I can talk to anybody, total complete strangers. I get along with people. People get along with me. But my lifestyle changed dramatically, and I didn't think that I would adjust so well. It has a lot to do with the time that you have alone to think about, planning the rest of your life, being by yourself, and but I'm like I said, it was different because I was so used to being around my kids all the time. That part I missed with my whole heart. If you're not that steady of a person, like a rock, and you have separation anxiety from relationships that you've been in for years, or seeing your kids on a daily basis, it's a struggle. Initially, when you come out here, it's a whole struggle. And I find myself, when I go home, I'm so tired. Like, I was talking to one of my other trucker friends, and before I came out here, I used to get mad. Like, dang, you don't want to talk. Listen, you be tired. At the end of the day, when driving is not just driving, it's a lot. It is exhausting. And I realized that after I came out here, I enjoy the job. I love it, actually. And I find myself not wanting to deal with a relationship. It's too demanding. And I mean that in the way of, if you go home, people want, like, when we stop driving for the day, or a week, or a couple days, and we want to go home, we don't want to get in a car and drive people around, or be a passenger in a car. We just want to sleep for like the first day or two, But when you get home, it's, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, because you don't have a lot of time to get, you know, take care of your issues, your problems and stuff that you can't take care of when you're out here. So, like the relationship part of it. And truck drivers can relate to what I'm about to say. People think that we out here cheating. And I sincerely mean there is not enough time in the day to do something like that, because if you're about that business and you about, you know, your money, there's no procrastination about this job. Everything is time stamped. You have, you know, deliveries that you gotta get to on time, pickups that you gotta get to on time. You only have a 14-hour clock, but 11 hours to get whatever you need done finished in a day. So the people that you leave home, like your female, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, whoever it is that you had to leave in order to come out here, sacrifice, come out here and do this job, they are under the impression that you're out here just, you know, living a life fantastic, and that's not the case at all. And, you know, the constant accusal of, oh, you with this girl, you with that guy, you with this, you know, that is very fictitious. It's fake. It's a fraud. You don't have time to do that. And then here's the other thing that I've experienced. When I go home, the demands of a relationship is too much for me now. I, myself, you know, I've had my children, I've raised my kids. I've lived the adult life in the relationship aspect. And I find myself not even needing it anymore. I really don't, because it's just a headache. It's a hassle. You know, having to constantly explain something to somebody, you know, it's just it's monotonous. It's frustrating. And I don't have time to be aggravating myself trying to satisfy somebody that's home. I can't do it. You know, I just can't. And I'm not lonely. You know, I could talk. I got several people that I talk to on a daily basis that keep me company. And all I need now is a companion. I don't need the physical part of a relationship. I really don't. I need somebody to understand what I'm going through, you know, the stress that I'm under. And, you know, when I do come home, I want to relax. I don't want to be bothered. I don't bother people. I don't want to bother people. You know, so I try not to. And there's a couple things that you can do for your spouse or your significant other or whatever the case may be. When they come home, try not to, try to be, you don't know what it's like out here. So when they come home or when we come home, it's frustrating to deal with the constant, and it's a nag. I'm sorry to say it like that. It simple words is nagging. You know, you're in this truck so long by yourself, nobody's getting on your nerves. You ain't got no boss riding your back. You know, nobody bothers me out here. So if I come home and it's constant, that's nagging. I don't want to be a nag, and I don't want to be nagged. So, like I said, you gotta be a special kind of person to understand and cope with the lifestyle of a truck driver. Because let me tell you, when we come home, our patience are so short that arguments and things happen like snap of a finger. And it could be detrimental to a relationship to not have the understanding of your significant other, your spouse, your mate, your soul, whoever you with. It could be devastating to your relationship. You know, talk, communicate, listen, try to, you know, sympathize with each other. Each other. It's not one-sided, you know, because the person that you leave home, guaranteed they lonely too. You know, so I mean, just to try to understand both, you know, sides of the coin. I could understand what a spouse or somebody will be going through at home, but you then got to turn around and understand what we're going through out here. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. So there's a couple things you can do for your trucker person, and I'm only speaking on that behalf because that's who I am. Like, when we come home, just for the first day, 2 days, don't, like, let them wind down. Like, wind down, peaceful, quiet, you know. That's key. Let them take a shower or a bath. You know, for a female to have the pleasure of taking a bath is the most exhilarating, luxurious thing you could let a female truck driver do. And when they get in that bathroom and close the door, don't knock on the door and rush them. You know, that's another thing. Don't rush them. Number 3, have something for them, like buy them some, like I said, socks. I throw a lot of socks away. So have a pack of socks for me, a pair of socks. Like one of them 6-pack ankle socks, you know, or the ones that come up your calves. Some t-shirts, you know, some sweatpants, couple, you know, pair of jeans or something. And when they leave to come back out here, send them out with a couple containers of some home-cooked food. Home-cooked food. We don't get that out here. You know, I do my best to cook in here as much as I can, but to have the pleasure of cooking on your own stove and using an actual oven and a stovetop, that is for a female and even the men that cook, that's a prize to us. That's aces. You know, just be concerned, you know, because you can damage and destroy and devastate a relationship that you thought was solid, that was unbreakable. You come out here, all the trust go out the window, you know, all the patience go out the window. You know, so for me, I don't want to be in a relationship like a traditional relationship. I don't desire that anymore. That's just not something I'm looking for at all. You know, I finally got my understanding of, for the most part, of this job, and even dealing with my own children in their personal life. They're going through things at home that would shake a parent, you know, and knock them off their square. And I don't need things to worry about out here because I got enough already. Not that I am not understanding to my children's situations, but, you know, you gotta be able to separate home from your career. And that was the hardest part for me to adjust to. You know, if one of the kids call and say, oh, I'm sick, I go to the emergency room, you know, I hurt myself, you know, I'm not there. I can't go there and sit beside them and hold their hand and make sure that they're okay. I can't do it. from where I'm sitting at. And I want to know, I'm concerned about their health and welfare and all of that. And I want to know everything that they're going through. But on the flip side of that, if I do know everything that's going on, it's gonna tear down my concentration. You know, that was the hardest part for me. Like, not letting completely go of my kids, but letting go of a lifestyle that I lived the majority of my life. This is a new chapter for me. So it was something that I wasn't accustomed to dealing with. You know, it takes a special person to do this job. And this is, you know, my opinion for child-parent relationship, spouse, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend. You know, this is just my opinion. This is what I have gone through from start to current. So it's a bit of a story time, but it's also some key things that you can keep in mind when dealing with a trucker, or a trucker going home and trying to desensitize from being out here on the road like I am. I'm out here for months at a time. So when I go home, you know, it's like it's another culture shock. I'm so used to now doing this that I don't really know how to interact when I'm home, because it's constantly on the go out here. So I really don't know how to relax when I'm home. And that's frustrating. And I know I only got a short amount of time to visit, and I need sleep at the same time that I still want to visit people that I haven't seen in 3 months, 5 months. So it's a little bit of a struggle, but I'm accustomed to it now. And like I said, it is an extreme culture shock. It's a whole different way of living. So, like I said, that's my experience, and I hope you stayed to the end of this video. Make some comments, give me a thumbs up. I don't know, put in a comment, trucker life. Give me a thumbs up. Alright, y'all, that's just my opinion. And that's just my opinion. Everybody might not feel the way I feel, and I know that. I'm just giving you what I've gone through so far, and how to make things a little bit less stressful and more manageable and easier to cope. That's how I got my coping mechanisms. So, alright, y'all, this is my video for the week. I'll be back next payday, next Thursday. I'll try to get something else to talk about. And right now, I'm in Nebraska, headed back to California again. So, y'all be safe out there. And I know this is a long video, and I hope you got something from this. Y'all, thank you, everybody. My day ones, new people, you know, share the video, let people know about me. And that's it for this week, y'all. That's AP, and I am out.